Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because what's happening right now in the NFL, especially involving the Green Bay Packers and a certain AFC East team, is nothing short of explosive. We're witnessing a fascinating saga that could reshape the division landscape, and I'm here to break it down for you in detail. Just imagine, the Dolphins, currently in a bit of a rebuild phase, are making some bold moves, and their latest trade talks are sending shockwaves through the league. The Miami Dolphins, with a record of just 1-4, are in full seller mode. They're looking to cut costs, manage their cap space, especially after the injury to Tua Tagovailoa, and make some strategic moves to build for the future. And one of the most talked about rumors right now revolves around the Dolphins trying to send their star wide receiver, Jalen Waddle, to the Green Bay Packers. Yes, you heard that right. Waddle, who's been a shining star in Miami since being drafted in 2021, might be heading north to Green Bay, and if this happens, it could be one of the most significant trades in recent Packers history. Jalen Waddle, for those of you who might not be fully aware, is a first-round pick from 2021 and has quickly established himself as one of the most electrifying receivers in the league. His explosive speed, agility, and precise route running make him a nightmare for defenses. I mean, this guy is a true lightning bolt on the field. In 2025, through the first few games, Waddle has already shown what he can do with 20 receptions, totaling 302 yards, an impressive 15.1 yards per catch, and 4 touchdowns. His PFF receiving grade is a stellar 91.6, which puts him among the elite at his position. What really stands out, though, is his ability to create yards after contact, 6.3 yards per reception and force missed tackles, with 13 so far this season. His career stats are equally impressive, nearly 900 yards receiving and 32 touchdowns, with an EPA per target of plus 0.21, which puts him among the top 5 wideouts in the league. What makes Waddle so special? Well, for starters, his burst of speed is reminiscent of Tyreek Hill at his peak, running a 4.29 40-yard dash, which is blazing fast. But it's not just raw speed. Waddle's route precision is exceptional, with a drop rate of only 2.5%. He's a true deep threat, with a deep route share of around 28%, and he's a red zone dynamo, having scored 11 touchdowns in 2024 alone. His ability to get open in tight coverage and make explosive plays is what makes him such a coveted asset. And yes, he's had some injury hiccups, concussion in Week 3 of 2025, but when healthy, he's a full-blown game-changer. His route grade is a remarkable 93.4, and his elusiveness rating is nearly 90, making defenders miss in space a regular occurrence. As for the Dolphins, they're motivated not only by Waddle's talent, but also by cap relief. They're looking to free up around $10 million in cap space, which they'll need for extensions for Tua Tagovailoa and Bradley Chubb, as well as to add some depth at wide receiver with someone like Odell Beckham Jr., who's currently rated at a PFF grade of 79.8. The Dolphins' offense ranks just 27th in the league, averaging only 19 points per game, which is clearly not good enough for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. This has led to a lot of skepticism about their rebuild plans, with some fans and analysts comparing their current approach to the moves they made in 2023, trying to sell off assets and build for the future, but perhaps rushing into a fire sale. Now, the implications for the Packers are huge. Green Bay, with about $12 million in cap space, is in a prime position to make a move that could significantly elevate their offense. Matt LaFleur's offensive scheme, which emphasizes the screen game and quick passes, fits perfectly with Waddle's skill set. Imagine Jordan Love connecting with Waddle, spreading defenses with that blazing speed, and turning short passes into big gains. Right now, the Packers rank around 16th in passing yards per game, about 212 yards, and adding Waddle could boost that number considerably. In fact, projections suggest that Waddle could be on pace for around 200 receiving yards if he joins Green Bay, averaging an extra 2-4 yards per route run. This would not only improve the offense, but also significantly reduce the interception rate. Love threw 4 picks in 2025, which is a concern, but with a threat like Waddle stretching the field and creating mismatches, those turnovers could drop by around 30%. Pairing Waddle with Romeo Doubs, who's shown flashes of brilliance and can create mismatches himself, would give the Packers a dynamic duo capable of elevating the entire passing game. Waddle's ability to gain yards after contact, about 24%, and his route running, which grades at 93.4, make him a perfect fit. His deep threat capacity, combined with Doubs' agility, could open up the field like never before. This would also improve EPA per pass, which currently sits around plus 0.25, and push the Packers' offense closer to the top of the league. Defensively, the extra time to rest their linemen and linebackers after injuries, like Wyatt's knee and Tom's oblique, would help the Packers maintain a more aggressive and consistent front. And let's not forget the playoff implications. Waddle's speed is a game-changer in postseason scenarios, especially against zones like the Vikings' secondary, where deep passes are often a weakness. His addition could boost the Packers' odds of making a deep playoff run significantly. According to 538's models, Waddle's presence could increase Green Bay's chances of reaching the Super Bowl by around 13%. That's a huge boost, especially considering the current odds, which were around plus 6,800 at the start of the season, but could now improve to around plus 3,000 if this trade goes through. The impact of this move would be felt not only on the field, but also in the league's narrative. It's a bold move for the Dolphins to consider trading Waddle, especially given his potential, but with their current rebuild mode and salary cap constraints, they're looking for a reset. Meanwhile, the Packers, who have been steadily building a competitive roster under LaFleur, see this as an opportunity to accelerate their championship window. They're always looking for that extra spark, that lightning bolt that can turn a good team into a great one. Adding Waddle would be akin to rekindling that Favre-era magic, bringing back that explosive, high-octane offense that fans loved. And yes, the trade would also send shockwaves through the NFC North, as the division rivals would have to contend with a more potent Packers offense. It's fascinating to see how a single move can ripple across the entire league landscape. The NFC North has been relatively stable in recent years, but with this kind of shakeup, everything could change. The Vikings, Bears, and Lions are all watching closely, knowing that the Packers are now in a position to make a serious playoff push with the right addition. Now, of course, all of this hinges on whether the trade actually materializes. Waddle's talent is undeniable, and his fit in Green Bay is perfect. The Packers front office has shown they're willing to make bold moves if it means elevating the team. It's not just about adding a star, it's about the chemistry and the fit, and Waddle's speed and route running would mesh seamlessly with LaFleur's scheme. Plus, with the draft capital they'd give up, likely a second-round pick in 2026 and a young running back like A.J. Dillon, they're making a statement that they're all in for a deep playoff run this year. In conclusion, folks, what we're seeing here is more than just a rumor. It's a potential game-changer. The Green Bay Packers could be on the verge of acquiring one of the league's most dynamic receivers, and that could propel them back to the top of the NFC. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are taking a different route, focusing on rebuilding and cap management, but in doing so, they might have to part with a player who can make an immediate impact. It's a story full of intrigue, strategy, and high-stakes football. And as always, I'll be here to keep you updated on every twist and turn. Keep your eyes on Green Bay, because if this trade goes through, it might just be the move that defines the Packers' season and beyond. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Packers fans? Are you excited about the possibility of Waddle wearing green and gold? Do you believe this move could be the key to finally cracking that Super Bowl code once again? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think the Dolphins will pull the trigger? Will the Packers be willing to part with the draft capital needed? This is a story that's still unfolding, and your opinion matters so much to us. Keep the conversation going, and don't forget, I'll be back very soon with more updates on this story and many others. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Packers.